पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकास स्वामिनिति नामिने हरिजनगणबाडी ज्ञानकर्मान्धहारी प्रकटितपरभक्तिर् भक्तिसिद्धान्तकान्तिः विनयनिकरलक्ष्मीर्निम्नमेधैर्गम्यो विजयति विकासो भक्तिपूर्वो यतीन्द्रः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वागीशायस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य शुभक्षसे यस्यास्ते हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहम् भजे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं यस्य देवे परा भक्तिर्यथा देवे तथा गुरौ तस्यैते कथिता ह्यर्थाः प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः. Okay, so we will continue reading from the Ramayana where we left off. Where is it go? Okay, we'll continue reading from Ramayana. I'm trying to share my screen here. Preview. Mm, Let me see. How do I grant access? Wow. Just give me 1 minute. It's asking me to share some kind of password so I can share my screen. I think sharing the screen so all of you can read what I'm reading is going to be crucial in being able to relish the nectar of Sri Ramayana all the way through. So I'm just going to try it here. Mhm. Wow. Okay, looks like I'm able to figure this one out. Let's see if I can try again. Uh, it's not happening. So, is there someone I could send this file to that someone could share their screen? And can I trust you to delete this once I'm done?
Yes, Prabhu, I can do that.
Who, Narayan? Okay, so if you don't delete it, after I tell you to, after this class, then I will curse you with all my book distribution Shakti, okay?
Prabhu, you
I'm
said
not
that's
joking. Hey, I'm serious. I'm a serious guy.
yeah, no problem. You said that's fine.
All right. So I'll send you the doc. Let's see, how can I share it? Hmm. What is your email?
I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
Okay, yeah, do that, please. Hmm. Just give me 1 second, Prabhu Mataji. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going wrong, but I guess a lot is just increasing our um eagerness to hear Raman. You know, I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp, okay, Narayan, and then you could
Sure,
uh,
Prabhu.
delete it. No sharing it with anyone. No here and there. Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
I got this after a performance of lots of austerities. All right. So I sent it to you. Did you get it?
Yes, Prabhu. I'll just share it. Give me a
Okay,
minute.
perfect. So let me allow you to share your screen, and then hmm, okay, you're good. I'm going to make you the host. Okay.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, great.
It's just loading.
Okay, so I'll start reading it, and then whenever you get the opportunity, please share it. Okay.
Yes,
You can
Prabhu.
share your screen when you get the chance. So
Yeah.
now we are in this section of Sri Ramayana where Rama and Lakshmana are meeting each other after Ravana has successfully abducted the goddess of fortune. So, this is the section now. Rama is saying, Valmiki is saying, although repeatedly called for, Sita did not appear. Rama became convinced she had been devoured by the Rakshasas. Lakshmana was also sick at heart. Rama then said, "Oh Lakshmana, please go to the banks of the Godavari, for perhaps Sita has gone there to collect flowers." Thereafter, when Lakshmana returned from Godavari without Sita, Rama personally went to the river and began asking the trees and animals about her. However, due to the fear of Ravana, none of the creatures dared to reply, although Rama noticed that the deer were looking at him with meaningful intention. Rama then questioned the deer and tried reading their minds through their eyes. The deer seemed to reply by turning their heads upward and to the south, as if indicating that Sita had been carried through the sky in that direction. Lakshman could understand the deer's message and suggested they walk toward the south in hope of finding some clue. So now we can see this over here that Lakshmana, and we see this when we read Nectar of Devotion. Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna, he understands all languages. And that doesn't mean he just understands Gujarati, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, and English, or Marathi or whatever, but he understands all languages of all the living entities. All the living entities, he can understand. Every living entity communicates with each other. They speak a particular language, right? And the Supreme Personality of Godhead knows how to communicate with them. So Lakshmana is looking at the deer. He's looking at the deer and he's able to read their mind. He's able to understand that, hey, wait a minute, these deer are telling us that actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead as consort, Sita Devi, has been carried away in a particular in the direction of the south. And there's recollections actually of Srila Prabhupada memories. Oh, you're able to share your screen. Okay, perfect. So now you open this in preview. Yeah, preview, open it on preview. That way you'll be able to zoom in and search and all that. Okay. So now, yeah, you can search combing through, the word combing through, Combing. Combing. Yeah. Just search for combing. Yeah, okay. So then they keep searching, and then it says there, can you please zoom in more, Prabhu? The devotees can hear, can read it. Zoom in more. Just a little more. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. So thereafter, while combing through the while combing the forest, Rama and Lakshman came upon the fallen Jatayu, lying in a pool of blood. Rama thought that he was a Rakshasa disguised as a bird, who had devoured Sita and was now resting. Thus, as Rama approached, he fitted an arrow to his bow, ready to release it. However, upon drawing near, Rama understood that this was Jatayu, and that he had been fatally wounded while trying to rescue Sita from the clutches of Ravana. Understanding the situation, Rama threw his bow aside and embraced Jatayu. Seeing the plight of his servant, Rama became doubly aggrieved. Rama anxiously asked Jatayu, "Please tell me everything you know about Sita and her abductor." The dying Jatayu related all that had happened and commented, "Ravana took Sita away at a time of the day known as Vinda. If a person loses something at that time, he will surely reclaim it very soon. My dear Rama, do not be overly aggrieved because of Sita, for you shall certainly regain her after killing the Rakshasa king in battle." Then, as Jatayu described Ravana's exalted lineage, he gasped his last breath, uttering, "Rama, Rama." Rama told Lakshman, "I am more saddened by the death of Jatayu, who gave his life for my sake, than by the kidnapping of Sita. Go and bring some wood so we may cremate his body." It's so heavy. So we see this. Let it be known that Jatayu, Hare Krishna, you made it. Let it be known that Jatayu will attain the highest destination as a reward for his service to me. Lakshmana prepared the funeral pyre, and Rama placed Jatayu's body upon it and lit the fire. The brothers made offering for the benefit of Jatayu's departed soul, and chanted Vedic mantras. Rama and Lakshmana then went to the banks of the river Godavari to offer oblations of water and then took bath Thus, completing the funeral ceremonies, Rama and Lakshman again fixed their mind upon the task of finding Sita. So we can see over here, you can unshare the screen now, bro. You can please keep sharing it back when I ask you. So we can see over here that Lakshmana he's feeling the pain of Ravana and of Rama on such a deep level, right? He's feeling the pain that Sita is gone, Rama is suffering. Now they're all feeling the pain of feeling separation from Dasharatha, their own father left. And then they meet Jatayu, and Jatayu is meeting them and telling them, "Oh, I'm a friend of Dasharatha." And then Kamba actually says that when Jatayu found out that Dasharatha had left this world, he thought, "Let me also die. What is the use of living without Dasharatha in my life?" Hmm? He himself was feeling so bad. "Oh, let me also leave my body." But then Rama and Lakshman say, "Now that our father left, you are like our father. You're like our father. So you please don't leave." Then Jatayu says, "Okay, fine. I'll stay." And then Jatayu stays. He's guarding over her. And just you can see how much he surrendered to Rama. How much he surrendered to Rama that he fought against this big demon, huge demon, Ravana. He fought, he fatally wounded and he's lying in the pool. And he's trying to tell, all these things to Rama. Lakshman is witnessing all this. Lakshman is seeing, oh my God, what's going on here? This is so heavy stuff. It's so heavy stuff. And at the same time, Lakshmana doesn't have time for his own emotions. Right? You don't have time for your own emotions. When you're traveling with the spiritual master, you don't have time for your own emotions. You don't have time for your own anything, actually. You don't have time for anything. It's just his schedule is your schedule, and figure out how you're going to chant your rounds, figure out how you're going to do whatever you need to do, figure out everything else about your life. But your main service is to make sure that the guru does not feel any slight burden, especially that is caused by you. First class intelligence. Right? We have to use for our first class intelligence to make sure that the spiritual master is never no harm, like no nothing to impede his schedule. So Lakshmana is there with his spiritual master, right? You can say, spirit, who is his spiritual master? Who is his spiritual master? Is it Rama or is it Sita? Who is his spiritual master? Well, if you would ask me, I would say it's Sita, because that's his whole sampradaya. He's Sri Sampradaya. He's serving her. And you can see, you just understand the situation of Lakshman. He's there in that particular situation. And he's thinking and he's seeing, oh, now I told Rama to kill Maricha. He didn't kill him. I told Sita, if I leave you, I won't find you here. Now, now he just, Rama is ready to annihilate the whole universe with an arrow. Lakshman stops him again. And now they're seeing, and now he's seeing the death of Jatayu, right? And he's feeling the pain. Like you see, had these people listened to me, firstly, Rama, we could have stayed in Ayodhya. You didn't listen to me. Secondly, Rama, you should not, I told you it's Maricha, you could have killed him. You didn't listen to me. Thirdly, Sita, I'm telling you, I won't find you here. Still, you didn't listen to me. And now I'm witnessing the death of Jatayu. And now my own elder brother is telling me that the death of Jatayu is more painful to him than the loss of Sita. Now, how can I understand how much pain he's feeling? How much pain my dear Rama is feeling? How can I understand? What can I do? Okay, I'll cremate his body, I'll cremate Jatayu's body. But it gets heavier and heavier and heavier for Lakshmana more than anyone in the Ramayana, actually. He has to, it just gets so, you can say it gets heavier, like maybe Bharata also, maybe Shatrugna also, but it gets so heavy for Lakshmana, actually. It's getting so heavy. And, I was contemplating this more. Why did Lakshman leave Sita when Rama asked him not to? And I was telling you, yes, because this is Shri. Shri is telling him. And I was reading more, because I'm very much attached to reading this Ramayana. I read this very beautiful. Oh, one thing I forgot to do today. Please forgive me. I'll do it now. I'll sing Vitarasi Dikshurane Dikpati Kamaniyam Dashamukha Mahodebalam Ramaniyam Keshavadhrita Rama Sharira Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. So beautiful. That's a beautiful song. This Ramayana is so amazing. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah. This Ramayana is so beautiful. So I was just reading this last night, and I was, and before taking rest, I was contemplating. It was late. Night. That was when was that? When did we go to sleep? Like super late. 11 o'clock. I was reading, and before going to bed, I was really thinking about it. It was late last night. I was thinking about this. I was thinking that, actually, ultimately, who's the greatest servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The greatest servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is obviously the goddess of fortune, Sita Devi. And Sita Devi is the one, actually, who sent Rama away to get Maricha, who sent Lakshmana away to get Rama. And she is the one who got kidnapped. Sita knows. Lakshman is telling her. Sita knows. And, not that she's some silly woman. No, she's a goddess of fortune. She knows what's going on. But why did she do all this? She did all this. Why? So she could search, so the glories of her husband could be enhanced even more. We will see in the Sundarakanda, man, how am I going to get through all this? Oh, let's see. Hmm. I was reading the Sundarakanda, and over there she's saying, that she's telling Ravana, if I want, I could burn you to powder with my mystic potency. I have no problem. The only reason I'm not doing this right now is because I haven't been ordered to do so by Rama, actually. If I was ordered to do so by Rama, then I would certainly just burn you to ashes right now. What's the problem for me? I could just burn you to ashes, no problem. Where Sita Devi, she arranges for this whole thing. She insists that Rama takes her to the forest. She arranges for the why? It is simply to enhance the glory of her husband. Just see how much sacrifice Sita Devi is willing to make. That she knows people will criticize her for being kidnapped. She knows all this, but she's willing to take that criticism. She's willing to take that criticism on her spotless character simply to enhance the fame of her husband, simply to enhance the fame of Rama. Now that is selfless devotion. Right? That's that's selfless. That's why the seva vritti of this, the seva vritti that she personifies. She is the personification of service attitude. Actually, Sita Devi, Srimati Radharani, is the fountainhead of all the other expansions of the goddesses of fortune. So you can see she's willing to do whatever it takes to enhance the glory of her master, Mhm. Rama. And we should also. That's why every day we sing Ebe Jashku Shukri Bhavana. We should also do, and it's we have to understand these things from Ramayana. I could tell you some more stories and be a nice guy and all this, but what to do, huh? Niceness is not what's the word for stereotyped. It's not stereotype, right? Real niceness is to repeat Guru Sadhu and Shastra. Whoever does that, that's a bona fide person actually. So we are Guru Maharaj is like that. We are trying to follow in his footsteps. So we see that Sita Devi, she knows, but she's willing to take a blemish on her spotless character for the glorification of her husband. And everyone knows she's spotless, especially she does the Agni Pariksha, as though that was not enough. Then she enters into the earth, everyone's like, whoops, we made a mistake. How did we doubt her chastity? Right? She knows all this. Who suffers the most in the Ramayana? It's her, actually. It's her. And Lakshman, being her dearmost servant, is really feeling it. They're so heavy. He's feeling all this stuff. He has to bear the burden of, of trying to serve Sita Devi, bear the burden of trying to serve Rama. He's trying to do that, right? So that's heavy. Like we need to contemplate and see, oh, this is what is going on in the Ramayana. Hmm? Then we see, can you go back to the PDF, Mr. Narayan?
Yes, Prabhu.
Share your screen also. Hmm? Did you know? If he doesn't need help, don't go. So, yeah, you ready?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So then, okay, yeah, traveling, where is that? No, you lost it. You went way back. Yeah, like type combing again. Yeah.
Yep. I'm.
No, there you go. Okay, keep going down, please.
This is the second page.
Yeah, okay. Traveling towards southwest, they reached an untrodden land overgrown with trees and bushes. After passing through that region with great difficulty, they left the Dandakaranya forest and entered the Krauncha forest. After passing through that, Rama and Lakshman entered another dense jungle. There, they were suddenly confronted by a huge Rakshasi standing before a large cave. The ghastly Rakshasi, with her long, sharp teeth, large protruding belly, and hard skin, quickly stepped forward, catching Lakshman by the hand, saying, "My dear handsome hero, please come with me and revel in this delightful forest." Then the Rakshasi embraced Lakshman, saying, "I am yours, I am yours, take me as your beloved wife." In reply, Lakshman angrily drew his sword and cut off the Rakshasi's ears, nose, and breast. Bleeding and screaming with pain, the Rakshasi fled. Then Rama and Lakshman continued on as before. So we see this, right? So this is an important point that generally, if a woman approaches a Kshatriya, he can never refuse her. Right? But here, that's the whole point that when you're doing Sharanagati, it's not that you're completely stuck in one thing. You can reject whatever is unfavorable for your Krishna consciousness and unfavorable for the execution of your service. That is why we learn Anukulyasya Sankalpa Pratikulyasya Varchanam. Rakshishiti Vishwaso Go Pritve Varanam Tada. Atma Nikshepa Karpane Sadvidha Sharanagati. That we accept what's favorable and we reject what's unfavorable in Krishna consciousness. Right? So in Lakshmana is saying, in this regard, actually, it is not favorable in my Krishna consciousness. Therefore, he does not accept it. Right? Suddenly, Rama said, "My left arm is throbbing and my mind feels perturbed. Oh, Lakshman, we should prepare for imminent danger." A moment later, they heard the frightful cry of a Vanjulaka bird, and Lakshman remarked, "This indicates that the victory will be ours." So, this is another important thing. So, there is something known as Nimitta Jnana. Nimitta Jnana. And you can unshare the screen and you can share it back. Cool. So, there's something known as Nimitta Jnana. And this is a science of reading the stuff which is going on around you, right? And I have experience of almost all these things we've read about in Nimitta Gyan especially. For example, if you're about to leave on Sankirtan, or if you're about to leave somewhere, and you see someone carrying an empty container, that means it's going to be a horrible day and you can do something to avoid it, right? I remember having this experience. My God, it was really bad. Everywhere we went, we were just thrown out, kicked out. Nothing went our time, nothing went our way. Then sometimes, and it says again, if you see someone right before you leave somewhere, and they're walking with a can half filled with water, then that means you're going to be very, very successful in whatever you're doing. And we've had that experience. Then when birds cross, or when beasts or animals cross from your left to right, that's very auspicious. When they cross from right to left, it's very inauspicious. So many things happen like this. And sometimes before it's happened, before we do huge on books, sometimes the right eye is throbbing or the right arm is throbbing, and you see like, wow, something great is going to happen. And sometimes before we get chastised, sometimes reasonably, sometimes unreasonably, the left arm also throbs. So, so all these things are real, right? It's not some made up stuff, right? And the more we learn, we can see all these are all signs. Krishna trying to communicate with us through these signs also. Anyway, so yeah, go on, Prabhuji. Narayan, you can share it back, please. Okay. So then, after Rama and Lakshman proceeded some distance into the forest, a loud noise was heard as a storm suddenly began brewing. Searching out the source of the noise, Rama and Lakshman proceeded cautiously, swords in hand. Before long, they came upon a huge Rakshasa with no head, neck, or legs, and a gigantic mount located in the middle of his belly. The Rakshasa was as big as a mountain, with sharp bristling hair all over his body. On his chest were two fiery eyes, and his long arms stretched out for 8 miles, enabling him to easily catch large animals to eat. Although Rama and Lakshman retreated to some distance of 2 miles, after seeing this monster, the Rakshasa suddenly captured them in his grasp, squeezing so tightly that they were made helpless. Although Rama did not feel threatened, Lakshmana felt disappointed, saying, "Oh Rama, you should offer me as a sacrifice as a Rakshasa in exchange for your own life. After that, you can continue your search for Sita." While Rama encouraged Lakshman not to be afraid, the Rakshasa said, "My name is Kabanda. It is very fortunate that you have come to my forest because I have been hungry for a long time. Since you are the food which Providence has provided me, I think that you will have a very difficult time keeping your precious lives." Rama then told Lakshmana, "We'll quickly save ourselves by cutting off the Rakshasa's arms with our swords." Hearing this, Kabanda became furious and immediately opened his mouth wide, hoping to devour Rama and Lakshmana at once. However, before Kabanda could do so, Rama severed his right arm and Lakshmana cut off his left. Thus the Rakshasa fell to the ground, bathed in his own blood. In an anguished voice, Kabanda said, "Who are you?" Lakshman replied, "This is Rama, a Kshatriya in the line of Ikshvaku. I am his brother." Lakshman, "We have come here searching for Rama's wife, Sita, who has been kidnapped by the king of the Rakshasas, Ravana." Kabanda was overjoyed to hear the name of Rama. The Rakshasa then said, "I am so fortunate. You have come here to redeem me. Please listen as I explain how I acquired this ghastly form. In my last life, I was the son of Dhanu. By performing great austerities, I satisfied Lord Brahma and was granted the benediction of a long duration of life. After receiving this boon, however, I became very proud, thinking my arch enemy Indra could no longer harm me. Thereafter, when I attacked the king of heaven on the battlefield, he hurled his thunderbolt at me. When the thunderbolt struck me, my head and legs were forced into my body. Finding myself in a wretched condition, I begged Indra to kill me. However, he refused, saying that to do so would falsify the words of Lord Brahma. At last, when I asked Indra how I would survive without a head, he placed my mouth in the middle of my belly and made my arms 8 miles long. Indra then declared, "When Rama and Lakshman come before you, you will regain your heavenly form." Kabanda continued, "Ever since that time, I have been catching creatures with my long arms and stuffing them into my mouth, hoping that one day I would catch Rama, mentioned by Indra. Then once I harassed a certain rishi who cursed me to retain this horrible form for eternity. I tearfully begged the rishi to prescribe some end to my plight. He confirmed that I would regain my original form after being cremated by Rama. Now that I've been delivered by you, after my death, I will direct you to a powerful ally who will help you attain your desired goal." So, and look, I want to keep reading this, but we have to go past a few sections here. So I am going, let me see, what is the page number here? Hmm. So let's go to, okay, yeah. Just type Kishkinda Kanda. You know how to spell that? Kiskindha yeah, Indha, not DJA. Do you find it? No results. How is that? That's strange. Kiskindha. Oh, strange. Okay. Um, Try this then. The Spring Beauty. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now basically what happens is this demon Kabanda asks Rama and Lakshman to go to Matanga Rishi's ashram, go to Lake Pampa. And then there you go. See, the spring beauty surrounding Lake Pampa awoke within Rama memories of his loving pastimes with Sita. Thus, intensifying his transcendental grief, Rama constantly thought of Sita and wondered if she was able to live without him. Rama bitterly lamented, "Oh Lakshman, it is now the month of Chaitra, and this lake is so lovely with its deep blue waters. This is the season of love, when all the trees become resplendent with blossoms, their petals raining down to decorate the beautiful green forest carpet. Without Sita, however, life seems meaningless. That which pleased me when she was present now pains me. When I hear the cuckoo's call, I think of Sita's sweet voice. When I see the pink lotus flowers swaying on the crest of the waves, I think of Sita's eyes. The gentle, fragrant breeze reminds me of Sita's honey scented breath. Oh, Lakshman, the pain of this cruel spring is unbearable, for I can no longer bear to live without Sita. You should return to Ayodhya and serve Bharata while I stay here and give up my life. Okay? So now, Lakshman, trying to instill some hope in Rama, Lakshman replied, my dear brother, there is no reason to suppose that Sita does not still live. Wherever Ravana may be, in heaven or on earth, within the ocean or the nether regions, we shall find him and vent our wrath. Give up this useless melancholy and fix your mind on finding Sita. It is by earnest endeavor that we will succeed. We shall succeed, and not by lamenting. Being thus admonished by Lakshmana, Rama gave up his depression. While conversing, they reached the vicinity of the Rishyamukha hill. From a distance, Sugriva could see Rama and Lakshmana approaching. Suspecting them to be allies of Vali, Sugriva became very afraid. Then he and his associates quickly took shelter within the ashram of Matanga, which was protected by the Rishi's magic spell. So, one second, I'd like to drink some water. No water. Sure. Can you get some, please? No, that's probably Muchi. Hmm. So yeah, you can unshare the screen here. So one thing we can see over here, which is happening, is that Lakshmana is chastising Lord Rama. That's heavy, right? How can you chastise your own spiritual master? How can you do it? Well, you can do it out of love. You can do it, but you really need to not chastise. I don't know if you can chastise your own guru. It's impossible. It's hard. It's so hard to conceive of someone doing that. But we can see. I was giving this example, and I'll give this example again. Once Ramanujacharya was walking on the shore to see his spiritual master. Hmm. And when you're walking, it's hot, the sand is hot, it's in the afternoon, the sand is hot, and it's obviously burning. So he's walking, and then when he's walking, that time he happens to come by his spiritual master Goshti Purna. So then Ramanujacharya offers his obeisances to Goshti Purna. And then in Vedic culture, the disciple is not allowed to get up until the spiritual master asks him to get up. So he's seeing this, a disciple of Ramanuja is seeing how Goshti Purna is not asking Ramanuja to get up. So out of great love for his own spiritual master, he chastises his grand spiritual master. And he says, don't you see this, that Ramanuja is suffering? He's lying down, he's offering his obeisances, his hot sand is burning his body. Can't you please ask him to get up? So then that time, Goshti Purna asks Ramanuja to get up and he orders him. From this day on, I only want him to cook for you. I don't want anyone else to cook for you. Why? Well, Ramanujacharya asked him why. Because he knows that by chastising his grand spiritual master, he will go to hell, but he's willing to go to hell to serve you. So you can have him. Let him be like that. So we see this, we understand. Oh, that sometimes, we are with Guru Maharaj, and then Guru Maharaj is, this person wants to meet him, that person wants to meet him. And then he says, okay, to meet this person, I will skip my lunch. I tell Guru Maharaj, you can't do that. Guru Maharaj, we will tell that person you're not doing it, Guru Maharaj. He said, no, but I said, Guru Maharaj, no, but you should please take prasadam. You take prasadam. After you take prasadam, you take your rest. After you take your rest, you can just, yeah, but this person wants me. Like, Guru Maharaj, we understand this person wants to meet you. We understand all these things. But this person is being inconsiderate. He's my god brother. Guru Maharaj, you're our guru. We can't let you do this. I'll go talk to him. Fine, I'll take the blame. Right? Usually what ends up happening is when such situations happen, like the servant has to look like the idiot, which we being book distributors can be pretty good at. No, you eat Guru Maharaj. Oh, what'll I? We'll deal with all this, Guru Maharaj. You don't, you just take prasadam, you take rest. So sometimes, out of love, the disciple may have to be firm in executing his guru's order, firm in executing the process of taking care of the spiritual master. Then we see this with Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes Tamal Krishna Maharaj would also be like that. Mm. So anyway, we are not trying to imitate. God knows which hell we're going to land up in. But yeah, Prabhu, you can share that again, please. Share your screen. Mm. So, okay. So then you please go down, down, down. Go down. Keep going down. Okay. So stop. Yeah. As he also, so now Sugriva is thinking, oh, these are allies of Vali, this and that. Hanuman tells him, how do you know they're allies of Vali? Let's go find out. So now look at this. Now this is the entrance of Hanuman in the Ramayana, which is fired up. As he also had the suspicious mind of a monkey, Hanuman concealed. Okay, you know what? Let's see the paragraph before this. One up, sir. Up. Upar. Okay. Sugriva replied, whether they are agents of Vali or not, these persons are certainly frightening. Indeed, these two warriors look like the chiefs of the demigods and are armed with bows and swords. Certainly, Vali is very cunning and has many friends. Therefore, I want you to find out why they have come here. Observe them carefully, noting their speech and their expressions. Find out who they are and what they want. If you purposefully glorify me in their presence, you should be able to detect if they are friends or enemies. As he also had the suspicious mind of a monkey, Hanuman concealed his real form and appeared before Rama and Lakshmana as a mendicant. Then, after falling flat to offer his obeisances, Hanuman said, "O great heroes, please tell me, how is it that such exalted personalities as yourselves have come to this desolate region? Your strongly built bodies indicate that you are warriors, although you are dressed as ascetics. My name is Hanuman, minister of Sugriva, who has been banished from his kingdom by his elder brother Vali. I am the son of Vayu, and I can go anywhere at will and assume any form that I please. Sugriva has sent me here to extend his friendship and hospitality." Rama then told Lakshman, "This Hanuman is a minister of Sugriv, the noble king of the monkeys, who we have been searching for. He appears to be most courteous and speaks very poetically. In his eyes, limbs, attitude, and expression, there is nothing displeasing or duplicitous. He has depth, confidence, and power. Likewise, his speech reflects a mature unification of heart, voice, and intelligence. Even an enemy would be charmed by his words. Oh, Lakshman, please explain to Hanuman the events that have brought us here today." So you can unshare the screen, please. So we see this amazing thing is that Rama understands who he's talking to and how he should talk to them, right? He is going to Hanuman is there, and he is Sugriva's minister. So Rama doesn't directly talk to him. Instead, he has Lakshman talk to him. Why? Sakala samana korite shakati deho nata jata jata. One must know how to treat whom at what time properly. One must be very expert, understanding time, place, and circumstance. Right now, I mean, of course, how often is that misused these days, especially nowadays? Bona fide followers of Prabhupada are accused of being mafias. Idiot is so stupid. Anyway, sorry, my bow keeps coming out. I have to curtail it somehow. But we see that the Rama knows how to do, and then you see how amazing Rama is. Because why? Rama is seeing Hanuman from outside, but he's also seeing him from inside. Rama is seeing everything, everywhere, all the time. Mm? Constant, and he knows. Not just he sees our thoughts. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Krishna wants to have anything to do with us after he reads all our thoughts? After we come to Krishna consciousness also. Krishna reads all our thoughts, still he tolerates us somehow. Hmm? So Rama is looking at Hanuman, his eternal beloved servitor. He's looking at Hanuman. And he's saying this first thing. So yeah. Now you can see Lakshmana's heart. Please, Prabhu, you can share the screen now. It's very heart-wrenching moment, actually. Lakshman said, "It is our good fortune to meet you. We have been searching for Sugriva and are eager to make an alliance of friendship with him. This is Rama, the son of Maharaj Dasharatha, and I am his younger brother Lakshman. Rama's father desired to install him as heir apparent to the royal throne, but due to political intrigue, Rama was banished to the forest instead. Recently, Rama's beloved wife, Sita, was kidnapped by the Rakshasa king Ravana. Overwhelmed by grief, we have been searching for Sita in the forest. While wandering here and there, we happened to come upon a fierce Rakshasa named Kambanda. By killing Kambanda, we relieved him of a terrible curse. In return, while ascending to heaven, he advised us to make an alliance with Sugriva. That is why we have now come. We are ready to do whatever is beneficial for you and your noble king." Now look at this. Hanuman is very expert, right? So now he's seeing this. As Lakshman described their plight to Hanuman, his voice and tear-filled eyes reflected his inner anguish. So you can see Hanuman is able to see, right? Remember earlier in the class I was saying how heavy it was for Lakshman? How heavy it was? Hmm? So Hanuman is able to see this. Seeing this, Hanuman replied, "Like you, Sugriva was also bereft of his kingdom and wife. I am certain that he and his followers will help you in your campaign to find Sita. Please come along with me and meet Sugriva, for he has been very anxious to know the reason for your coming here." Saying this, Hanuman assumed his true gigantic form as a gigantic monkey. Then he took Rama and Lakshmana upon his shoulders and departed for the Rishyamukha mountain. Hmm. So, you can unshare the screen now. I really like this section. I really like this section because it's the friends are meeting, right? It's so nice meeting those who are like-minded devotees wanting to serve Srila Prabhupada. Rupa Goswami tells us, "Srimad Bhagavata Arthanam Asvado Rasikai Saha Sajati Asaye Snigde Sadhu Sangha Satovare." One should relish Srimad Bhagavatam. How? Srimad Bhagavata Arthana. How should one taste it? Asvado Rasikai Saha. One should relish this with Rasika Bhaktas. Hmm? So, and what kind of devotee should they be? Sajati Ashaye Snigde. So when you meet devotees and they're Sajati, they're not into this bogus female Diksha gurus. They're not into this nonsense women's equal rights. They're not into this, yoga, boga, squeeze your nose, milk the Hindu cash cow program. They're about Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada's mission of distributing Srila Prabhupada's books and establishing Daivarnashram Dharma. That is Sajatiya Shaye Snigde. That is Snigda. You'll find bliss in such association. Sajatiya Shaye Snigde. So he says, so Sajati, the Sajati is meeting over here. Pure devotees of Lord Rama are coming together to serve Lord Rama. And it's so amazing to see. Right? Lakshmana and Sugriva are going to come together. They both want to serve Lord Rama. So amazing, so nice, so fortunate. Huh? So nice. So, Sajati Ashayeshnik there. And we see Hanuman also over here. He's able to understand the inner anguish of Lakshman, and you can see that. I don't. Please don't misunderstand me. Like it's not that there's something very special, but when you distribute books, also, actually, you can read people from a mile away. Am I right? Yeah. You can read people from a mile away, actually. You can read when you're talking to someone, when you're seeing, oh, this, "I'll be back. Oh, I don't have any money." You're lying, bro. Come on. So many times people are like, "I don't have any money." I said, "Bro, obviously you're lying. Come on." Sometimes we can guess. I'll tell you, bro, I know exactly you have $172 in cash in your wallet right now. And they're like, "How do you know that?" I said, "Go ahead, count it." And turns out we might be right most of the time like that. Anyway, and so many things like that. I don't have any money. And you're able to see and able to understand that when you see the inner anguish in people, everyone is suffering without Krishna. Right? Please don't be happy staying at home and making chapatis. I hope you're making chapatis. But anyway, don't be happy staying at home and only making chapatis. Go outside and Try to relieve the anguish of the conditioned souls. Give them the holy name. Give them Krishna Prasadam. Give them Srila Prabhupada's books. When you go see them, you understand. When you talk to them, no matter how well dressed they are, how nice clothes they're wearing, what a nice fixed smile they have, how nicely their hair is combed, or how expensive shoes they're wearing, how nice of a car they have. If you look in their eyes, you will notice the soul is shouting, screaming for help. The soul has been taken captive by lust, greed, and anger, and is screaming for help. Do you not feel anything in your heart when you see these people? Jive doya Krishna Dham Sarva Dharma Sar. We should understand this. Should learn to develop this compassion for the conditioned souls. My Guru Maharaj is like that. When he sees me, he's like, oh, damn, this guy's really suffering. Gotta give him some mercy. I remember one time we were in Atlanta. Were you there? I don't know. We were Guru Maharaj wanted to buy some bag or something. So we were driving around. You weren't there for this. You saw the video, right? You saw the video. Yeah. We were driving Guru Maharaj around, and Guru Maharaj was telling us, oh, these living entities, they're really suffering. They're suffering so much. He's telling us, and I was thinking, damn, I don't even feel 1% of what he's feeling. And then I got out of the car, and then I was holding books in my hand. Of course, I was with Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj, although he wanted to buy a bag, he actually wanted to teach me how to distribute books, actually. So we were walking, and then all of a sudden, this never happened to me. There's some guy that he stopped the car and started honking, 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 honking. In the middle of the road, and I turned around, and like Guru Maharaj said, go talk to him. So then I went and spoke to him. This guy said, yeah, I was honking at you. I want to know what's that in your hands. I said, are you serious? So I show him all these books. And he buys the books. And I'm like, Guru Maharaj, how did you know I should talk to him? Like, hey, we don't understand how much people are suffering. Okay. All right. And then again, when I was with him, I was thinking, like, when I'm around a person who actually feels how much people are suffering in this material world, right? How much people are suffering in this material world. And then all of a sudden, books started going out. And then after that, anyway, now the world record has increased. But back then, at that point of time, it was only 3,546 books. And then at that time, we were Guru Maharaj the next day or something, and he said, go out on books, and he did like this. So, he did like this. So this means too huge. That's what I realized Guru Maharaj did. Like, okay, all right, yes, Guru Maharaj, I had to do it. Like, you have to understand how much these people are suffering. Okay, yes, Guru Maharaj, okay, all right. When that day was so amazing. Somehow or the other, we distributed 4,092 books, actually. It was amazing. I mean, of course, I can't do anything. But somehow Guru's mercy is there. And then just recently, last time I was asking him, Guru Maharaj, this one order you gave me that time that you said, when I was in New York, you said, he said, I'm trying to not paraphrase but quote. He said, yes, yeah. He said, if you distribute Bhagavatam sets on the streets of New York, if you distribute these Bhagavatam sets in America, then the entire course of the Krishna consciousness movement will change. He said that. I was thinking, okay, he said it, so I have to do it. And that's how I sold my first. I was talking to him on the phone, and he said, you should do this. And I thought, okay, you want me to do it. So I know when the first Bhagavatam said I sold to a white Mataji in my life, she was walking by, and I just told her, Miss, I really want, because I didn't know, I just told her, Miss, I really want you to take these books. And she said, why? I said, my Guru Maharaj ordered it. He's like, Guru, what? I said, my spiritual master. He said, okay. And I said, you see, my Guru Maharaj, he's a pure devotee of Srila Prabhupada, and then Prabhupada is a pure devotee of Krishna. And if Krishna is pleased, the whole world is pleased. So can you please buy these books and please my Guru, and then you'll please Srila Prabhupada. And by pleasing Srila Prabhupada, you'll please Krishna. Then that way you'll please the whole world. Can you please buy it? She said, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure, how much? And then I said 300, and she gave me 400. I said, Miss, can you give me $50 more? Then she gave me $450. Then she bought a Bhagavatam and a Chaitanya Charitamrita and a couple of other books of Srila Prabhupada. And that's how it started. That's how it all started. I was telling this to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj was saying, that you have to understand how much these people are suffering, the inner anguish of people. And then he said, Mahotsaha? I said, yes, Guru Maharaj. That order I gave you for distributing these Bhagavatams, it actually came from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in my heart. That was so amazing. He actually revealed that. He said that this order I gave you came from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in my heart. I thought, wow, this person is so amazing. He's so amazing. And then he opened up this Chaitanya Charitamrita commentary that he wrote. He was writing, and then we were reading it together. I was right here, and Guru Maharaj is right there. I was sitting on the chair, I was sitting on the floor, and we were reading his commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he was saying this, what do you think about this? Oh, yes. And he was like just relishing more and more. Chaitanya, was that Chaitanya Leela Amritapur, Krishna Leela Sukarpur, Duhe Mile Hai Su Madhurya, Sadhu Guru Prasade, Tahai Aswade, Se Jane Madhurya Prachurya. We will not know the extent of the sweetness of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna unless you taste the remnants of the realizations of the great acharyas. Hmm? So he was telling me, and just recently, the last email he wrote to me, he said, I want you to understand the anguish of people that they're feeling. You have to understand how much. He said, when I was distributing books, I understood the anxiety, how much people are suffering. He said that, and I want you to realize that too. I'm like, okay, all right, I have to. Because I'm just thinking, he's so stone-hearted, so cool. That's the same thing Hanuman is doing this over here. He's able to understand Lakshman. He's able to see that, oh, wow, this person is actually suffering. He's able to feel his pain. He's able to feel his pain, right? So that's an important point. We need to understand these things. So yeah, please, if you could go back to the Ramayana, we could read it from there. It'll be nice. If you could do that, it'll be awesome. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, upon arriving there, Hanuman first went to Sugriva and informed him of Rama's friendly intentions. Satisfied, Sugriva took the form of a mendicant and went out to meet Rama and Lakshman. As he approached, Sugriva extended his hand as an offering of friendship. With great pleasure, Rama extended his own hand in return and then feelingly embraced the monkey chief. Afterward, to formally unite the two friends, Hanuman lit a sacred fire between Rama and Sugriva. After ceremoniously circumambulating the fire, Rama and Sugriva looked upon each other in a spirit of firm friendship. Hmm? What is that verse? Oh, okay. Brahmachari Guru Kule Vasandanta Guru Hitam Acharan Dashite Nicho Guru Sukhrita Sohradaha. And one must have firm Guru Sudhrida. One must have firm faith and Guru Sudhrida Sohradaha. One must have firm faith and firm friendship with the spiritual master. Hmm? So we see that here. That he says, yeah, where is that? Lit a sacred fire, and after they looked upon each other in the spirit of firm friendship. Sudrida Sohradaha. Sugriva then said, my dear Rama, from this day on, your happiness shall be my happiness, your sorrow shall be my sorrow, and vice versa. Sugriva then placed a flower-laden branch on the ground for Rama to sit on, and Hanuman did the same for Lakshman. Wow, that's a dynamic duo, Hanuman and Lakshman. That's the real dynamic duo, huh? After all was seated, Sugriva explained, my dear Rama, I passed my life in constant anxiety because my brother Vali because of my brother Vali. After Vali forcibly took my wife and kingdom, I took shelter within this forest. However, I am haunted by the fear that my elder brother might come here and attack me at any time. I do not know a moment's peace. Rama gently replied, service is a real fruit of friendship. Nice, huh? Take that, quote that, and then you'll be very popular. Service is a real fruit of friendship. Therefore, it is my duty to dispose of Vali and assist you in regaining your kingdom and wife. Sugriva then said, Hanuman has told me about your exile and kidnapping of your wife. And oh man, you know what? This is really, really awesome. Okay, you know what? Let's see this. Yeah, okay. Hanuman has told me about your exile and the kidnapping of your wife. As a friend, it is my vow to help you recover her, whether she is in heaven, on earth, or in the nether regions. Oh Rama, I am sure I saw Sita as she was being carried away by the powerful Rakshasa, crying out, Rama, Rama. She saw me seated atop this hill with my associates, and then threw down her upper garment and some jewels, which were later collected. Rama was eager to see these articles and asked Sugriva to retrieve them. Sugriva then went to the cave he stored them in and brought them out for Rama to examine. Immediately recognizing the cloth and ornaments, Rama cried out, "Oh, darling, oh, beloved, oh, dearly beloved." As tears fell from his lotus eyes, Rama began wailing pitifully and then lost consciousness. Now, the question we should all ask ourselves is, why isn't our heart breaking in millions of pieces while we're reading this? Why is our heart made of stone? Hmm? Why is it made of stone? After coming to his senses, Rama said, "Oh, Lakshman, these articles were worn by Sita. Do you recognize them?" "Now just see, Lakshman, just see how amazing." Lakshman replied, "I have never looked at Sita above her ankles, so I cannot say whether the cloth is hers. I do, however, recognize the ankle bells because I used to bow down to her lotus feet every morning." So just see how amazing Lakshman is. That is why he came down as Ramanuja, to teach us the process of Sharanagati, to teach us this. You can unshare the screen, Prabhu. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is singing. Kandiya Kandiya bole ami tu vadam shikai Sharanagati koreyutam. Weeping and falling at your lotus feet, my dear Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kandiya Kandiya bole ami tu vadam. I'm the most fallen. Sikaya Sharanagati. Please teach me Sharanagati and make me the topmost. Koroyotam. Make me the topmost. So we see, we understand this, that the Lakshmana is like that. He didn't even ever look at the goddess of fortune. He only saw her lotus feet. He only saw her lotus feet. That's why Goshti Puna told Ramanujacharya that there is no higher mantra than the lotus feet of the Guru. There is no higher mantra than the lotus feet of the Guru. There's nothing higher than that, actually. Nowhere ever to be found, my dear friends. Nothing higher than that. This is the highest bliss. And then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, for the sincere disciples of the bona fide spiritual master, they see the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani within the lotus feet of the spiritual master. So we see, it's so amazing. We cannot understand how important is this, mood of servitorship that Lord Lakshmana is displaying. Usually Rama is a great king, Sita is a great queen, she's a princess of Videha. They have so many servants serving them all the time. But now only one person is doing all the service, everything. And I remember when I was brand new, not brand new anyway, I was just initiated, and then Vishnu Prabhu and myself were serving Guru Maharaj. We were serving, and then Vishnu Prabhu said, "Mahotsaha, you have to serve Guru Maharaj lunch today. I'm going to collapse." And I said, "Prabhu, please, no, don't." I was feeling so nervous. How am I supposed to serve Guru Maharaj lunch? Anyway, I was spaced out brahmachari, which I still am, but spaced out brahmachari is trying to serve the guru, serving him here and there. And I messed it up. I was serving him rice, and then by accident the spoon touched the plate. Go wash it. I go wash it. I'm serving him again. Go wash it again. Like, oh, don't you have a brain? You did it 3 times. Go wash it. Like, oh, yes. Just I never get nervous, but around Guru Maharaj, sometimes I get nervous because I'm a fool. Sometimes I don't, but I should be nervous all the time. And he was saying that it's so heavy and then after that you have to do this and you have to do that, you have to do that. Like oh, it's so even for a few hours it was so heavy. But then can you imagine Lakshman doing it the whole time, 14 years? Can you imagine? How we can never understand, actually. We can never understand what the service attitude of Lakshmana is, actually. We can never understand, actually. It's inconceivable to our teeny tiny brains. It's inconceivable how much Lakshman actually served Lord Rama. It's inconceivable for us to understand how much he served Sita. We can't understand this. We can't. Don't try to understand it. Try to relish it. That'll be better, actually. It's impossible to understand, but possible to relish. And there is no limit to how much we can relish this, actually. So we must learn these simple points. We must learn how we can relish the nectar of Sri Ramayana. We can learn how to relish this. So let me see where we have read so far. Wow. Hold up. Let me ask Tapas Prabhu's opinion here. So, Mr. Tapas, my Bengali brother, you see, this is how much I have to cover tomorrow. Is that going to be possible? Yeah, it's like this is a lot, man. Okay. Anyway, let's see where we're at right now. At least I hope we've come to this part. Mm,
What did Rama Navami go to? 4:15.
4:15. That's a lot. What do you think? Okay, all right. Mm, okay, all right. So I have an idea. Okay. So let's go. Okay, wait, how are we doing on time? Is everyone okay if we stuck it out for another half hour? You can check if the prasad is in. I know that's all you're thinking about. I know. Would devotees be okay if we went on for another half hour, or is it getting late? I know we already started late.
It's okay, Prabhuji, you can continue.
Is that everyone's the Vox
Yes,
popular?
Prabhu.
You
Yes.
can continue, Prabhuji.
Okay, since I have all your blessings to continue, so let's
Jai
continue.
Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Bhakti Kashmir. It's ecstatic. Yeah, you were getting into it, huh? We can't stop. What to do? We're becoming fiends here. So, okay, please go back to where we were, my dear friend Narayan. Hmm. Hmm. I'm thinking if I should read this or not. You keep scrolling, Prabhu? Yeah. Keep scrolling. I can just summarize this pastime. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Okay, stop. Go up. Hmm. Okay. Even after Rama's assurances, Sugriva remained doubtful whether Rama was powerful enough to slay Vali. To further illustrate his elder brother's prowess, he told the following story. Once, there was a great demon named Dundubi who wandered over the earth in the form of a buffalo. Upon reaching the seashore, Dundubi challenged the ocean to fight. The ocean personified then appeared and said, "Oh, best of the Asuras, I am not a competent match for you. I suggest that you approach Himavan, the presiding deity of the Himalayas and father in law of Lord Shiva." Thinking the ocean to be afraid of fighting with him, Dundubi went to the Himalayan mountains and began tearing its peaks and cliffs. Himavan then appeared upon the mountaintop and said, "I am the shelter of great rishis who are non-violent and equipoised. I am no match for, not at all adept at warfare. Therefore, O greatest of demons, please leave us aside. Do not create any further disturbance." The angry demon then asked who he could fight with instead, and Himavan described my brother Vali, the son of Indra. Thereafter, Dundubi went to Kishkindia, and while bellowing loudly, he began tearing up the ground with his hooves, uprooting great trees and damaging the city's gates with his horns. Vali immediately went out.
What's it mean? Another like 30 notes.
No, so we're good, right?
Yeah.
You sharing all your notes?
Yeah.
So you're good, right?
Yeah.
It'll help you keep your mind off the prasad.
It's okay that like I'm listening in my head.
Okay, this is like a Ananta Sheikh style. Okay, so Himavan, okay, and damaging the city's gates with his horns. Vali went out and challenged the arrogant demon to a fight. After a brief exchange of words, Vali grabbed Dundubi by the horns, whirled him about, and dashed him to the ground, causing blood to flow from the demon's ears. A fierce duel then ensued, and each struck the other forcefully. However, after a short time, the demon began to weaken. Seeing this, Vali lifted Dundubi into the air and smashed him to the ground with all his strength. As blood poured profusely from every hole of his body, the demon gave up his life. Then Vali lifted up Dundubi's dead body and hurled it 4 miles away. However, as the corpse flew through the air, drops of blood fell from its mouth and landed on the ground at Matanga Rishi's ashram. This angered the great Rishi, who wondered who could have done such a thoughtless and stupid act. When Matanga came to know that the demon had been killed by Vali, he pronounced the following curse. If that monkey ever comes within 4 miles of my ashram, he will instantly die. If any of his ministers come here, they will remain as statues for thousands of years. Although Vali tried to pacify the rishi, he was unable to, and he has been afraid to approach this place ever since. Over there, you will find the bones of the great demon. You can just imagine how powerful Dundubi must have been. How then can you hope to defeat Vali? Lakshmana then laughed. So now you see, Lakshmana is saying, dude, are you serious? You're actually doubting Rama's prowess? Not a good move. Lakshmana then laughed, realizing that Sugriva doubted Rama's ability to kill Vali. He asked, what feat could Rama do that would prove his prowess and set your mind at ease? Sugriva replied, once at this place, Vali pierced 7 large trees with 7 arrows. If Rama could split one of these trees with a single arrow and then kick the remains of Dundubi a distance of 200 bows length, I would consider him a suitable match for Vali. Hearing this, Rama effortlessly lifted the skeleton with his big toe and Narayan, are you here? Okay, where did we go? And okay, and sportingly flung it a distance of 80 miles. Even so, Sugriva said, when Vali threw Dundubi's body, it was heavy with flesh and blood. Moreover, he was greatly fatigued from fighting. Since the carcass is much lighter, it is impossible to judge who is more powerful, you or Vali. Next, please. Yeah. At that, Rama took up his bow and released a powerful arrow that pierced all 7 trees, entered the earth, went down to the bottom of the universe, and after an hour returned to his quiver. Sugriva was struck with wonder and reverently bowed at Rama's lotus feet. Rama then embraced Sugriva and suggested, let us now go to Kishkindia. You should go ahead and challenge Vali while Lakshman and I hide behind some trees just outside the city gates. When Sugriva arrived at Kishkindia, he let out a loud roar challenging his brother. As Vali heard it, he immediately rushed out and excited with rage, just like the sun emerging from behind the hill. In great anger, Vali and Sugriva struck each other with their fists. However, as Rama watched the fight, he could not discern which of the two was Vali, for the two brothers looked exactly alike. Thus, Rama refrained from discharging his arrows, causing Sugriva to think that he was unwilling to help him. Indeed, Sugriva was getting the worst of the fight and finally ran away, barely alive, battered and soaked in his own blood. As Vali chased Sugriva, he taunted, coward, run for your life. This time I shall spare you. So anyway, we can go on reading this, but I'm afraid I will not cover what I need to cover. As devotees know, then Rama asks him to mark himself with something, and he marks himself with it, and he goes out to fight again, and then Rama shoots the arrow from behind. Right? So now Rama kills Vali, and then Sugriva becomes king, and Sugriva becomes fully engrossed in sense gratification. Now, please go down, Prabhuji. More, all the way. Yeah. Keep going. We're going to go down quite a bit because I want to read some other sections also. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going down. Okay, stop. Okay. The beauty of autumn only heightened Rama's anguish and separation from Sita. So what happens is that Rama kills Vali, Sugriva becomes the king, and then the Chaturmas season comes. So then in Chaturmas, Sugriva performs the pastime of being fully engrossed in sense gratification, enjoying as many women as possible, doing monkey business basically. So now the autumn is done. The beauty of autumn only heightened Rama's anguish and separation. When he could understand that he was simply wallowing in a life of sensuality, Rama became yet more depressed. Lakshman also became despondent from witnessing Rama's grief and tried his best to cheer him. One day, Rama decided, now that autumn has arrived, the ground is dry and firm, the air is crisp and cool. This is the perfect time to initiate a military campaign. Unfortunately, Sugriva is not to be seen. It appears that he has forgot all sense of duty, being fully absorbed in the pleasure of the association of women. Therefore, Lakshman, I want you to go to Kishkindia and admonish Sugriva in my name, saying, O king of the monkeys, one who acts like you is the most vile of persons. I am astonished that you are not afraid of neglecting Rama, the slayer of your elder brother. I hereby warn you that if you neglect your promise to help Rama find Sita, then he will personally come to Kishkindia and kill you along with all your relatives. Now that's it. Check this out. When Rama exhibited his anger born of intense transcendental frustration, Lakshmana also became incited with rage. Lakshmana doesn't need an excuse, right? He became incited with rage. Picking up his bow, Lakshmana declared, if the rascal Sugriva does not jump to execute your command, then I shall kill him myself this very day. As Lakshman quickly departed, Rama tried to restrain his brother's anger. Whoa, cool down, calm down. First, speak to Sugriva in a conciliatory tone, for I am sure that will be enough to bring him to his senses, Rama said. In a mood of great indignation, Lakshmana entered Kishkindia, a beautiful city built within a large cave. As he rushed like a mad elephant towards Sugriva's palace, Lakshmana knocked down trees that stood in his path. While the many fierce monkeys guarding the palace entrance saw Lakshmana approach, his lips trembling with rage, they began gathering their weapons by uprooting large trees and tearing down mountain peaks. When Lakshman saw the monkey guards arming themselves in this way, he became so ferocious that the monkey guards became panic stricken and fearfully ran away. Sugriva's ministers rushed to Sugriva to inform him of Lakshman's arrival in such an angry mood. Sugriva, however, was fully absorbed in sexual activities with Tara and did not pay much heed to his ministers. As the ministers ordered the monkeys to arm themselves in preparation of battle, the enraged Lakshman met Angada and told him to inform Sugriva of his arrival. At that, Angada went to Sugriva's chamber and, clasping his uncle's feet, informed him of Lakshman's presence. However, Sugriva had fallen asleep in a drunken state and failed to rise. Only when numerous monkeys began to clamor loudly around Sugriva did he finally arise. Out of fear of Lakshmana, Sugriva came to his senses. As Sugriva opened his bloodshot eyes, his ministers informed him, Lakshman is now waiting for you outside the palace gates in a highly agitated state. We urge you to go out immediately, offer your obeisances, and submit to him. Pray this will appease his anger. Having finally realized the gravity of the situation, Sugriva hastily arose from his bed, wondering why Lakshman would be angry with him. Hanuman then reminded Sugriva, O king, due to becoming absorbed in sense gratification, you have not even noticed how much time has passed. Autumn has long since arrived. You have neglected to fulfill your promise to help Rama search for Sita. Lakshman has now come here to remind you. I suggest you approach him with folded hands and hope that may somehow appease him. On Sugriva's order, Angada escorted Lakshman into the palace. All the monkeys who had previously taken our weapons now stood with folded hands to greet Lakshman. When Lakshman came to the inner apartments of Sugriva's palace, he could hear the voices of women singing to the accompaniment of musical instruments mixed with the jingling sound of their ornaments. Indeed, upon seeing all these young, beautiful women, Lakshman became somewhat ashamed due to his vow to shun the company of others' wives. Although he restrained himself from entering, Lakshman announced his arrival by twanging his mighty bow. Sugriva trembled upon hearing the sound and told Tara, I wonder why Lakshman is angry. I think it would be better for you to go out first and try to appease him. Tara came before Lakshman. Her dress loosened, her eyes rolled from intoxication. Lakshman's anger subsided, and he humbly looked downward toward her feet out of respect. Tara inquired, My dear prince, why are you so angry with Sugriva? Lakshman sharply replied, Your husband has neglected his obligation to Rama, preferring instead to pass his days in his inner apartments dallying with women. Tara then pleaded to Lakshman, You must forgive Sugriva, for he has lost his good intelligence and the sway of lust. Even great rishis, now this is an important point, listen to this. Even great rishis sometimes hanker for sense gratification. What to speak of a fickle-minded monkey? Important point. Right? Gotta give him cut some slack, right? Please do not think that Sugriva has forgot his obligation to Rama. He has already called for millions of monkeys to assemble here to begin the search for Sita. Please come in and talk to Sugriva yourself. Lakshman entered the apartment, entered the inner apartments of the palace. When he saw the fabulous opulence and bevies of beautiful women, his anger again became aroused. Sugriva was seated upon a couch, embracing Ruma. However, upon seeing Lakshman enter, he hurriedly stood up with folded hands, as did all the ladies present. Lakshman then chastised Sugriva. You have simply made empty promises, proving yourself to be a false friend. Therefore, you are the most abominable. One who receives help from a sincere friend and does not repay that service is considered hard-hearted and must be killed. Indeed, once when Lord Brahma saw such an ungrateful person, he exclaimed, the means of atonement has been prescribed for the killer of a cow, a drunkard, a thief, or for one who has broken a sacred vow. But there is no expiation for an ungrateful soul. I warn you, Sugriva, if you do not begin helping Rama immediately, you will meet your brother Vali in the abode of Yamaraj this very day. Tara then replied for her husband, Oh Lakshman, Sugriva is not a liar, nor is he hard-hearted. He has not forgot what Rama did for his sake. His only fault is losing all sense of time because of overindulgence and sense gratification. We have heard that in Lanka, the abode of Ravana, there are 100,000 crores of Rakshasas. Since it would not be possible to kill Ravana without slaying them first, Sugriva has summoned innumerable monkey warriors from all corners of earth. He has not yet met with Rama or initiated the search for Sita because he is awaiting their arrival. Sugriva has set a 15-day time limit. Thus, thousands of monkeys and bears and baboons are expected to begin arriving at Kishkindia this very day. Hearing this, Lakshman gave up his anger. Sugriva humbly threw aside his garland and said, I could never repay Rama for all that he has done for me. He is my master and my lord. I follow him wherever he goes and do whatever he orders. I fully admit that I was at fault. I humbly beg for your forgiveness. Please, Lakshman replied, kindly forgive my angry mood as well. I think it would be best for you to go now and see Rama. He will be encouraged by your sincerity. You can unshare the screen, please. So we see over here, Lakshman, so soft, right? That's why we see hard as a thunderbolt, soft as a rose. So you see, Rama gave him an order, go and just like threaten him, threaten him. He did it. He did such a good job, huh? Such a good job he did. Everyone freaked out. Listening, looking at Lakshman and all this and all that. And then you see Sugriva, yes, he messed up. And you see the way Sugriva responded. He wasn't like, well, but I did this. But he just said, no, look, I messed up. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And that is Ramanuja. See that how amazingly Lakshman just immediately gave up his anger. So, okay, fine. Now I will take you to the Supreme Lord. You please come with me. Why? Because, see, this is another Bhagavata. This is another devotee. I must serve this devotee. This devotee must be pleased. He must have the opportunity of serving Lord Rama. I should not chastise. Even we see Srila Prabhupada, that chastisement, it's only for correction. That's all. Once it's done, it's gone, finished. He doesn't hold a grudge. You see, when transcendental personalities get angry, they're not like us. Whereas we get angry on some material platform, get angry on this platform of thinking I'm this body and this and that, and this person has ruined my sense gratification. The Guru gets angry. Why does he get angry? Guru gets angry because this whatever is happening that is going to impede the service of Krishna. And therefore the Guru knows. Therefore, when he chastises us, that is our greatest benefit, actually. The spiritual master chastises us. Chastises with heavy words. My Guru Maharaj once he told me, like all of us, he says, like all of us, my God, he said, like all of us, you have deeply rooted anarthas. But My Guru Maharaj, I memorized this letter. My Guru Maharaj sent me. He said, like all of us, you have deeply rooted anarthas, but your anarthas are especially dangerous because they tend to be offensive towards the Vaishnavas. I want you to take Lord Chaitanya Trinadapi instructions fully to heart. So the Guru knows, that anger was there. He chastised. But then after that, then he came back. I thought, oh my God, because I have big ego, big problems. Whatever I do big. So when I screw up big time also. So nothing to be proud of, but it's a fact. And then I thought, damn, no. I was thinking if I was as upset with someone as my Guru Maharaj is upset with me, then I would basically never want to freaking deal with this guy in my life again. The next time Guru Maharaj came, nothing, no anger. And I thought, oh, he's just tolerating me, this and that. I don't think thinking like a mundane person, oh, I don't think Guru Maharaj loves me like the way he used to. Some stupid stuff like that, right? As a conditioned soul, you may think so many things. So we went out. So then that day, Shivram Maharaj was also there. Went out on books. I saw someone. I sold a set. Then all of a sudden, someone comes and embraces me from behind. And like, who? And when someone embraces me, like usually it's something like like okay, but this felt like super, like cool, like soft body, transcendental. Like who? Like wow, Guru Maharaj just embraced me. I was thinking like, oh my God, he should kill me now. It was so amazing. There's a picture actually. There's a picture of Guru Maharaj embracing me. I was so shocked. I was like, wow, this person. He just says, okay, now this guy is trying to serve. He's trying to follow my order. So what's the beat? The anger is gone. That's it. It's gone. Spiritual master is like that, Spiritual master is like he's representative of Lakshmana, representative of Lord Nityananda, representative of Srimati Radharani. They have no malice in their heart, actually. Right? That is why we always need the protection of the spiritual master. And that's why every day we chant this. What do we chant? Nijajana Pariraksha, Daksha Meenakshi Laksha, Vishnamati Vitirnam, Trahimam Kamagirnam, Tava Gunakriti Rupam, Netra Karnadi Range, Pratayatama Divyam Tandavam Krishna Drishte. And every day we chant this without fail. Even if we don't eat. We eat most of the days. Even if we don't eat, we don't forget this. This is very important, right? Nirjana Pariraksha, Daksha Meenakshi Laksha. My dear spiritual master, I offer my respectful obeisance to you. Why? And I beg you to protect me. Why? Because your eyes are like that of a fish, they are unblinking. Your eyes are always looking at your disciples, protecting them from all this nonsense, anarthas, and dangers of this material world. Nirjana Pariraksha, Daksha, and you're very expert. You're very expert at pulling us out of all the messes we get ourselves into. Nirjana Pariraksha, Daksha Meenakshi Laksha. Pishnamati Vitirnam, Trahimam, Kamagirnam. I am wallowing in this ocean of lust, greed, and anger, in this material miseries. Trahimam, Kamagirnam, Trahimam, which means save me, save me, save me, save me from this material existence, save me. Trahimam, Kamagirnam. Right? And then Tava Gunakriti Rupam Netra Karnadi Range. Therefore, I beg you, my dear Lord, may your instructions, may your Tava Guna, may your qualities, may your instructions, Tava Guna Kriti Rupam, may your transcendental form, Netra, in my eyes, Karna, in my ears, Netra Karnadi Range. Let them have a transcendental festival in my eyes and my ears. Let your transcendental form and your transcendental instructions have a festival in my eyes and in my ears. Tava Gunakriti Rupam Netra Karnadi Range. Pratayatu Mama Divyam. And let this transcendental form of yours enter into my heart and perform the Tandava Nritya dance upon all my anarthas. Pratayatu Mama Divyam Tandavam Krishna Drishte. So we see that the Guru is like that. You see, he did the same thing, right? Lakshmana is the Guru, the spiritual master. He went and he chastised the disciple. He's doing wrong. Needs to be chastised. The duty of the Guru is to find fault with the disciple. So Lakshmana is finding fault with Sugriva. He's finding fault. You rascal, you're not serving Rama. Yes, I've come to my senses. I surrender. Okay, chalo, fine. Everything is done now. Now everything is done. Now we can go to the lotus feet of Rama. Beg him with all sincerity. He will accept you because I accept you. What's that? We sing every day. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. If the spiritual master is pleased, then Krishna is pleased. If spiritual master is not pleased, Krishna is. There's nagati kutopi. We have no destination. I remember, after that day, my Guru Maharaj taught me to distribute books. That day he did like this, like this, like this. And then he said, I want you to do huge. Like, okay, Guru Maharaj, I'm going to do huge. I'm going to do my best. And then that day it was like 9 o'clock. I was still distributing books. Guru Maharaj's servant calls me up and he said, Guru Maharaj doesn't want to sleep until he hears your book scores. I said, Prabhu, it's so late. He said, Guru Maharaj is here and he's saying he's not going to sleep. He drank his milk. He said, but he said he's not going to sleep until he hears your book scores. Like, holy Lord Chaitanya. So then, like, I just, I calculated, how many Bhagavatams, this and that, And I told my boy 4088 books, Guru Maharaj. One day, these many Bhagavatam says this, that. Guru Maharaj was like, oh, Jai. He was very pleased. And then there was a small recording of what Guru Maharaj said after that. And then he went to sleep. And then, I came back and I felt like I conquered an empire, It was so amazing. And I was lying down and then was it you or was it Suresh? I think it was Suresh. I don't remember. Suresh or someone, I don't remember who it was. Or Chandan, yeah. Chandan came and said Prabhu, I was lying down and said, Prabhu, I need to talk to you. I said, Prabhu, I absolutely have no energy left in my body, man. Like, do you really need to talk to me right now? I said, yeah, apparently Bhakta Rob, this is a new guy, he was a Bhakta that we're trying to cultivate. Said, Bhakta Rob plans on burning down this temple. I said, what? What? I immediately got what the heck, Bhakta Rob? So then I said, all right, Suresh, Suresh was Bhakta Nali at that time. So, all right, Bhakta Nali, let's go. I called Chandan. I said, all right, Suresh, anything this guy throws hands, you're a soldier, you know how to fight. Let's take this guy out of here, man. Let's get him out. So then, we went. I was talking to, I was thinking that, usually I'm like the smooth talking kind of a guy. So I was like trying to smooth talk this guy to leave. And then Suresh was saying, anyway, we smooth talked him and we convinced him to leave. And then we were driving, and then we dropped him off at some hotel somewhere far away from the temple. And we said, yeah, all right, Rob, see you later. Hare Krishna, good luck. And we left. And right before we left, there was a black guy. He started like, my man, what are you guys doing? I said, I thought I had some books with me still. I said, bro, when I see you, man, I feel like you always had a passion for flashing. Before you had it, you close your eyes and imagine. He was like, wow, dude, I never heard that about me. I said, exactly, bro. You got to buy these books. And the guy bought these books. So then the total books went from 4088 to 4092. So then, the next morning, we were all there. Trivikram Maharaj was also there actually, along with all these devotees. And then there we offered. Guru Maharaj said, Amos, I want you to lead. I said, okay, Guru Maharaj. So I started leading it. And I was like, trust me, I was exhausted, right? I only slept for 2.5 hours the night before. I'm sorry, this day is constantly replaying in my mind as I'm talking about Lakshman. So I don't prepare for classes. I just speak whatever comes. So I'm just speaking whatever is coming. Please forgive me if I'm talking a lot about myself, but I'm talking about myself, especially being an idiot in front of my own spiritual master. So I hope that you being Udharati Vaishnavas, please be mind and forgive me talking so much. But so he asked me to leave. I was sitting, and then, oh man, like the kids was getting fired up, saying, "Yes, your prasad," and at Bhagavat prasad, and then Guru Maharaj was there, like again, like he kept his hand on my shoulder or something. Like, it's showing. I was saying, Krishna, please kill me now, please kill me now. Do you remember that kirtan that was so exciting? Guru Maharaj was like dancing, it was so amazing actually. Huh? It was so ecstatic. And I was like, Krishna, you please kill me now. This is a perfection of my life. And I thought, oh, it wouldn't please Guru Maharaj, so don't pray like that. So we're doing that. And then we said 409. I was like, what? Where did you distribute those extra 4 books from? And where's Bhakta Rao? And then I think there's a video that said we told Guru Maharaj the whole thing. It's like, wow, okay, a lot to do in Krishna consciousness. And he was very pleased. Very pleased, right? But we see the spiritual master is like that. He finds the faults in the disciple, he corrects them, and then he just wants everyone to dance and be happy in the pleasure of serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, spiritual master is like that. Lakshmana is like that. You see, he's so happy, he's so pleased. So now, I think whoa, it's 7:04. So sorry, I've taken so much of your valuable time. Sorry, you guys had to tolerate me so much, but we see this over here. So now, okay, so now we've completed this section, the Kishkindya Kanda. Now tomorrow we will go all the way to the Yuddha Kanda. Okay, it's going to be action packed tomorrow. But one thing, tomorrow I'm going to give class for the devotees in Krishna life, and that is the Ramayana class I'm going to give. It's going to be at 5:40 a.m. California time. So that's 6:40 Tennessee, Texas time, and then 7:40 Atlanta time. So please join us. Do whatever you have to, but please join us. It'll be really awesome. So I'm sorry. I think I've taken a lot more time of yours than we planned on. So I'll end the class over here. If there's any questions or comments or protests, we could take them now. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say? Yes, Narayan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam. Thank you so
And
much for this amazing class.
what was so
Uh,
amazing about the class? Nothing.
everything was amazing, especially
Okay.
the Lakshman part.
All right. So
Yeah. So, Prabhuji, my question was, we read that Sugriva was like, in a nutshell, I would say that was physically involved with Roma as well, like, which is his, I would say, sister-in-law, right?
I have the same question actually. I want to ask Guru Maharaj the same question. That Rama killed him because
Because
he was kill Vali because he was with his sister's wife. But how is it okay for
Sugriva.
Sugriva to be with his sister's wife? I don't know. Probably what I've contemplated is probably because I've thought about this so many times, right? I'm on my 43rd reading of the Ramayana. Every time I read it, I always like think about it. So yeah, I think the same thing. I think it's mainly because according to Shastra, when the older brother is dead, it's okay for the younger brother to have the wife in different yugas or something like this. Anyway, I don't have a reference, but if I get it, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, because Prabhu, it's just contradict, right?
I
Because
know, I know. I was
Lakshmana,
singing the same thing.
yeah,
Trust me, I was singing the
yeah.
same thing. And now, oh, is that okay, Mr. Narayan?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay, now our most reverential Mataji Saili is asking, will the class be on the same Zoom meeting tomorrow morning? I'll post the link in the group. Okay,
Oh,
is that
yes, Prabhu.
okay?
We can just drop a
Yeah,
message in the
I'll
personal line.
post the link. I'll figure it out. I'll post the link.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
is
Prabhu.
that cool? Okay. Then we have Deep or Suresh. One of you can go for it. Whoever hits the buzzer first. I'm leaving it up to both of you.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna
Suresh,
Prabhu.
you win, Suresh. Can we see your form or are you driving?
Driving.
Oh my, okay.
I
You remember that day, right, Suresh? Wrong.
remember, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. After your Herculean efforts, it's a nice cap to the night.
Yeah, that was a good cap.
Um, so Radharani is described as Srimati Radharani is described as like the best servant of Krishna, and then Balaram's the servitor personality of Godhead, like that. What's kind of like the distinction and like quote unquote the hierarchy there? How does that? How do I understand that?
Well, from Gaudiya perspective, Srimati Radharani is the topmost, and we serve Krishna because he has something to do with Srimati Radharani. Okay, and we are seeing over here in the Ramayana that Lakshmana is a servant of Sita. So ultimately, Sita, although it's a philosophy of Tattva Vichar, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but Srila Prabhupada writes in the Nectar of Devotion that bhakti is so strong that it can even control Bhagavan. Right? That's the power of devotional service. So Srimati Radharani is that devotional service. So she is completely controlling Lord Rama with her love. And then Lakshmana is her servant. So ultimately, actually, from Tattva Vichar, yes, Rama is there and then his energy and potency. But actually, from a completely realistic perspective, we are Shuddha Shaktas, the worshippers of Srimati Radharani. Right? So topmost Srimati Radharani, and then everyone else. Is that,
Okay.
is that,
Thank.
is that okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Jai. Yes, Deep.
Hare Krishna, bro. Please accept my humble
Please
obeisances.
accept mine. Yes.
Just a quick question that what was the need of Sugriv to send Hanumana rather than himself to go to meet Lord Rama?
I mean, it's simple, right? If they were actually allies of Vali, they would have killed him immediately.
So because we see that Lord Hanuman suddenly like he recognized that he's my Swami, right? He's my eternal Swami. And although Lord Rama, although by the first eye he identify Hanumana that he's my eternal servitor, but how did Sugriva? Is it because that he was in Leela, so he did that?
Yeah,
He
it's
did
all
recognize.
pastimes. All the passions of Supreme Lord.
Okay, thank you.
It's just to increase the rasa.
Yeah,
It is
get
said.
it.
Or that bliss of seeing the spiritual master for the first time, like that.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So tomorrow is fasting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, wow. Whoever asked this question. Who is iPhone? Who are you? Who is iPhone? Is it Naveen Krishna? Who is this? I see all the who is this iPhone? Who is that? Can you identify yourself?
Prem Sagar Das.
Oh, Prabhu, Prem Sagar, Prabhu. Wow, amazing. I feel so, humble that you're here giving it. You're so pure. Thank you for even speaking. So tomorrow, half day fast because Lord Rama appeared then. And what type of prasadam? Usually in Krishna life, we take Ekadashi prasadam. That's what we do. But during Srila Prabhupada's time, they had grain prasadam also. So I don't know what I could post on the group when I find out. Is that okay? Prem Sagar Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. But in the Mayapur, I saw they are serving grain prasadam after the midday.
Mm. Yeah, anyway, in Krishna life, we do like this. I'm not sure. You can turn on your camera, Prabhu, so my eyes can be purified. No? Okay, anyway, I don't know. Oh, Jai, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Wow, look at him.
Pranam,
Look, he's the purest devotee I've ever seen.
Prabhu. By your mercy, maybe one day I will become.
No. We all know that you have no envy in your heart, so that's cool. Him right there. He's dressed paka, like Bengali Babu. Okay, Jai. All right, is there anything else from the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis? Okay, if there's nothing else, thank you all for your kind association and tolerance. We will see you again tomorrow morning for Ram Navami. So yeah, please make sure you are all there. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha. So Srimad Ramayana ki jai. So I'm sure you condition. So Sri Ramayana ki jai. Okay. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripasinuvyo chai vaitanam pavane. Yo namo namaha.